Hey, it's John McBride with the Droning Company, and I'm here with my friend Grant from DJI enterprise side, even though that we're going to be talking a little bit more on the enterprise and what you guys are doing, but we do have a lot of viewers out there that use your stuff daily, every day, all the time. And I noticed that you guys have brought some new stuff to the show at the Texas Robotics Summit. So tell me what you do there, what you're up to, what you're capable of, what's going on. All of the above.
John, always great to see you around. But yeah, my name is Grant Hoska, lead our solutions engineering team here in North America for DJI. And you're right, we do have some new things here at the show. We have our DJI Dock 2 we're displaying at the show, and really excited to be launching soon. But you may be familiar with our DJI Dock 1 that's been deployed worldwide for inspections, for drone as a first responder, and more, whether that's on a solar farm or somewhere else. And the idea being you can operate that device from anywhere. So just like the dock here, you're going to need to connect both power and Ethernet. And then we're able to control this dock, this drone, from anywhere where you have an internet connection, really.
Sure.
You just need to pull that up on the computer and you can launch it. So with the Dock 2 here, built around this Matrice 3D drone, very similar to the Mavic 3 Enterprise series with the payload. You can see the arms themselves are not going to fold in or out though, really built to land and fit in the dock itself, along with the battery here on the back. We have wireless charging on the bottom of the drone. Dock itself, a few less moving parts they're going, as well as the RTK module built in, which can help with both landing and accuracy for mapping if you're flying the 3D version.
Yeah,
we have the 3DT here at the show, when you're really thinking about DFR, that drone as a first responder concept, or security on site. So you can see it comes down here and lands right in the middle there. Even if you're a little off center, it'll slide itself right to the center.
How cool is that?
It's got the white triangles around it and in front as well that the visual cameras can look at, along with that RTK or GPS if you're just using the GNSS modules on board.
So with the development of like a drone that's kind of being kind of specific for this use case of the Dock 2, what is the charge time for that, since you're not really changing those out? What does that look like?
Yeah, you're looking at 32 minutes to go from 20 to 90% with the system. The TEC air conditioning inside is built. That cool air is running over the battery as it's charging. So, that's definitely going to help out.
Why don't we have other charging systems that only do 32 minutes? Still working on that?
Still working on that.
Yeah.
Still working on
that. Well,
that.
I had the ability to fly a 350 just last week, and that was actually a really nice, just simple thing. And it had the B65Ss, is that correct? The newer batteries?
Yeah, one letter off there, but the TB65 and the BS65. Too many letters,
the
too
newer
many
battery
numbers.
tech, and that charging time is very quick, to put into the charge dock.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we were using 2 sets of batteries, and it seemed to be kind of keeping up with the load, And I know we have a lot of consumer guys that are actually, kind of watching this and kind of keeping an eye on it. But if they moved into that, it's kind of understanding that charging cycles are kind of important. But with the Dock 2, kind of managing it on its own, you don't need to have a physical person change anything in a up and fly in 32. You said?
Yeah,
32 minutes.
That's 20 to 90. 20 to 90.
That's techie cool stuff. You got the normal stuff you have here. We've got an M30.
Yeah, hiding around the corner here. Got our Mavic 3 Enterprise and the M350 as well. Just kind of showing the flexibility here. You got the payload SDK with a nice spotlight from CZI alongside the H20N, so that dual gimbal combo, and just kind of shows the open ecosystem here. We don't have the controller running right now, but the mobile SDK on there. A lot of folks like to run the variety of apps for their programs as well.
Well, we had just talked to DroneSense, one of your kind of co-partners, developers that helps with creating, applications where they take your hardware, put their own software in there, and when it comes down to like some NDA security, they kind of run their own thing. They said that they would be working a little bit on the Dock 2 as well. Is that kind of in the future of using more SDK developers kind of build their own thing or create that for solution sets for the customer base?
Yeah, great question there. Great question there. And it's a little bit different labeling alongside the dock because we're not running Android or iOS with the dock. So what we have is called the Cloud API, but very similar concept where companies like DroneSense have built out a full solution that you can use with the dock. So if you're looking for more custom features for public safety or looking to integrate that in with other drone sense operations, you have the flexibility to use the software program of your choice with the DJI Enterprise hardware here.
Yeah, well, I've been all over the world and I see DJI stuff everywhere. And of course, being a former enterprise dealer of DJI, it's so fascinating to see how many things that people are using to do their stuff with DJI products. We have been kind of facing this, let's get rid of DJI anti-China thing. How impactful do you think that's going to be? Do you think that, do we have to worry about that? It's just kind of business as usual? From your guys' perspective, from your perspective, and being a drone lover like me, are we going to see it's just everybody should bite their nails and worry, or what are you guys doing to kind of help with that?
Yeah, great question, and definitely appreciate you bringing that up. But on our side, it's really about educating folks about the options they have available with our enterprise aircraft. So if they want to use our DJI software with something like the M30T, the M350, they can enable local data mode, right? They can operate offline. They can do firmware updates. They can bring in their own maps. They can do fly safe unlocks. We've built an ecosystem to be successful operating offline. They can use third-party apps. They can use their own software if they'd like. So we really have those different options built in, and then have a lot of information, studies showing that we are doing what we say when it comes to data security and the items surrounding that as well. So we're going to really be ramping up our education efforts, and we see when people are able to kind of see the tech in person or understand what safety mitigations are in place, it really makes sense from a technical standpoint, the capabilities and the really safeguards built in.
Well, I think education is 110%, I'll kind of focus on that as far as trying to get that message, having even third parties addressing, those types of issues and problems, or doing their own scrutinies of checking information. But yeah, I leave it to DJI to make the best stuff out there, and of course, keeping it real and making new innovative things like the Dock 2. We're super excited to see how that's going to come about. So, all right. Hey, Grant, as always, appreciate it, your time, and thank you for having me and hanging out and helping everybody at the droning company. Thanks, guys.